Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gary Nelson. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Some of you may have heard the old saying, an asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes money out of your pocket. So your house is not an asset, right? Unless it pays you to live in it. So if you've never heard the term house hacking before, it's an investment strategy that works great to get started. In fact, it's how I got started. So yes, I'm a self-proclaimed expert. In theory, it's where you buy a small multi-family property like a duplex, you live in one side and rent out the other. Ideally, the income produced from the other unit is enough to pay for the entire mortgage and all the expenses of operating the entire building, which lets us significantly reduce our expenses, breaks even, or my favorite, actually makes you money. Yes, my first investment was a house hack. Yes, my wife was not all that thrilled about it until I showed her the math, which I'm about to show to you. I first started, I bought 3 duplexes side by side by side. We lived in one unit and rented out the other 5. We did this for the first year, and then we ended up upgrading to a better duplex in a better neighborhood and still live there today while I rent out the other side, and it's awesome. We basically have 0 monthly costs going into our housing expense column, which lets us save more money for more investment properties. Now, there are other forms of house hacking, like doing a live-in flip or owning a house and renting out the rooms to cover all the expenses. Same concept, you're just eliminating one of the largest expenses in your life, housing. So if you can do this temporarily in the short term, you'll be amazed at what it can do for you in the long term. Simply put, you're investing in your future self, right? So before I explain how this stuff works, I'll tell you what's not so great about it. Number 1 is you live next to your tenants. You can't just hope they're good. You really got to vet them out or be prepared for some awkward moments. Or you could just hire property management and your renters will think that you're just their neighbors and not really bother you. Number 2 is understand your family's living here. So make sure it's in a neighborhood that your family's comfortable with. And number 3, you're sharing a wall. So you lose some privacy in this regard versus a house. That's right, Grandpa. No more skinny dipping in the pool. Number 4. This likely isn't going to be your dream house you've always wanted, so know that it's a stepping stone just to get you there faster. Now, let's get to the good stuff. 1, you're living for free, and you could be making some profit in monthly cash flow. 2, your asset is appreciating in value over time, and as rents go up too. And 3, since the tenant is paying enough to cover the entire mortgage, you're building up equity in the property. And 4, you're earning tax benefits, which I'll get to a little bit. Number 5, you're able to learn more about investing while starting smaller. Think of it as getting your feet wet pretty safely. So let's take a simple duplex deal, for example. You buy it for $200,000. If you put 20% down, that's $40,000 in a down payment. You get a 30-year loan at 3.75%, so that puts your monthly mortgage payment around $750 a month. You still have expenses of ownership like general maintenance, repairs, property insurance, annual property taxes, etc. But let's say these average about $250 a month. So your total expenses is $1,000 a month for easy math. Now, let's say you rent out the other side for $1,200 a month, so you're making profit of about $200 in positive cash flow, or about $2,400 a year. Now, the value of the duplex is going to go up over time, so you can see that market appreciation is going to work in your favor. And then at the end of the year, tax benefit of depreciation kicks in where your bank account went up that $2,400 from the cash flow, but because of depreciation on the property, when you file your taxes, it's a loss on paper. So that $2,400 you earned isn't going to be taxed as income. But let's fast forward 10 years. You cash flow $2,400 a year for 10 years, so $24,000 in cash flow profit. Through the rental income, your tenants have paid down the mortgage balance to about $100,000. And with a modest 3% appreciation per year, the value of that $200,000 duplex 10 years later is up to $265,000. So you've created a total of $165,000 in equity there. And since you live for free, you probably saved $1,000 a month for 10 years. So there's another $120,000. Altogether, that's over $300,000 improvement on your balance sheet over 10 years just by house hacking a simple duplex. This can go buy more income producing assets. This can go towards your dream home. This can go to a form of retirement. Guys, the options are phenomenal down the road. But my point is, if you can make a small sacrifice now and take all the benefits later to set you up, you'll have many more options. It just takes a little bit of delayed gratification. Personally, I love duplexes. Duplexes are specifically great because you're able to buy them cheaper per unit than a single family home, but then when they rent out, they're more than a typical apartment or a condo. And from house hacking perspective, it's not all that bad of a living situation either. Now let's think about it from the renter's perspective. You get the best of both worlds with a duplex. If you can't afford to rent a big house, but you don't want to live in an apartment either, you can still get your own driveway with a duplex. You can still get a small yard. You still get some privacy. You just share one wall instead of having random people to the left, right, below, above, whatever, and they're moving in and out every 6 months. Duplexes seem to be the perfect middle ground for young professionals that are saving up money for a home themselves, or even older folks that need to downgrade and don't want to maintain a yard or can't do the stairs at the condo complex. So if you're just starting out or looking to change course financially, this could be the perfect option for you. I know it was for me. It was one of the best things I've ever done. My name is Gary Nelson, and if I can help you with anything real estate related, just give me a holler. Until then, we'll see you at the next video.